What's up, YouTubers of the world? MegaGeek makes it here to give you guys my review on Black Lightning, episode 2 of Season 2. Yeah, I saw it late last night. I just didn't get a chance to do my video until later on today here. And now it's uploaded and ready to go. So here are my thoughts on the episode. First off, let's talk about Jefferson Pierce's reaction to who the new principal will be. He thought it was going to be his friend right there that he was telling it to. And sadly, no, the school board has found a new principal. And man, his reaction, I was like, whoa there, Jefferson, yikes. I know you're worried about what's gonna happen. Yeah, it turns out it's gonna be a white guy, and when he heard that, he just went ballistic. And I'm like, hey Jefferson, let's cool down a bit here, man. I was on his friend's side saying that, look, I know how you're feeling and everything about how this might affect things. I mean, Garfield High has been a black school and they've been doing everything possible to show it could be a great school even for blacks. But even still, you still see, sure, a majority of blacks, but you see a majority of whites there. So I'm sure things can still work out here and there. But after a while, I think he started to wrap his head around and know what to do to at least still be there with his students. Because when he announced this to his students, man, they weren't happy, but they did at least breathe a sigh of relief knowing that he is still going to be around as a teacher of Garfield High. And he will do everything he can to support the principal, yet I'm pretty sure we all know there's going to be a lot of tension and not a good relationship going forward. At least that's what it's so far leading us to believe. And if it is leading us to believe that, we better be careful here, people, because, whoa. I don't have any more to say on that end, but I will say, I love what those students did in the end, showing that they're still always gonna have the greatest respect for him and love for him. When they said his line that he said off and on in season 1, and that's, where's the future? Here. Whose life is this? Mine. And what are you gonna do with it? Live it by any means necessary. Man, when I heard that, my heart just went out to Jefferson Pierce and those students. The very beautiful connection between the former principal and these students was beautiful and very well done. And now let's go on over to Isa. Yeah, Isa, the one who got punked by those policemen and then came back to life. When he came back to life, his family said some things just out of nowhere that I thought at first they were being honest when they said that, like they were saying that they truly meant that, when in reality I also suspected once I rewatched it that maybe they were forced to say that, and maybe it came from that kid Isa, and it turns out it did. Yeah, we find out that when he gets a visit from his family member again, I think that was his mother. Yeah, when he made eye contact with her, she said that again, and she was surprised herself that she left. And then it started to be confirmed even more when Lynn actually brought him to the Jefferson Pierce's house. Of course, they were a little shocked by that and everything. And as he was making eye contact with them, everyone just saying very harsh words. I'm like, yikes, guys, jeez, man, you're scaring me here. Of course, they all got scared themselves here. Oh, man. I was just like, come on, guys, what's going on here? And of course, when they all found out, they all went their separate ways. Although Jennifer went ahead and connected more with them by taking them up to the balcony of the roof. And it turns out that, yeah, if he makes eye contact, he's able to make people say the truth. But if not, they won't be able to say the truth. But also, unfortunately, we found out that since his green light, the powers from him came from that green light, which makes it artificial, it's having a side effect of making his cells break down. And there could be no telling when he could die. So he had the decision to go into one of the pods like these other people who have been in pods for years, or be with his family. He chose to be with his family, even if it's only for a short time. And thank God for that, because when I first heard about it and see how Lynn and him were reacting, I was about to think he's going to go down a crazy path, because he's scared and everything. But Thank God. Yeah, and speaking of those kids who were long lost before, one of them was able to break out, but she wasn't really in the right mindset. It's like she was in a psychotic breakdown. She start she escaped, and it turns out she has air power to control the wind and everything. While she wasn't one of the major plot points, actually, this episode didn't really have a super major plot point per se. It kind of was focusing on each and every individual character's character arc. But if in a sort of sense, the main plot points we got going on for this season are these green light kids, the ones with powers and the ones who have been missing for years who are still in that pod. So more like say they are connected to the main plot for this season. I think that's the best way to put it. But Black Lightning was able to save her by by just shocking her, and she was too afraid of what she could do, so she decided to go back into the pods. Now, Lynn is also working with the ASA, and I really gotta say, I don't know how I feel on that. I mean, sure, she's still being her good kind self and doing everything she can to get these kids out so you can get them back to their families and everything. But I can't help but feel that with her being in the ASA, she's gonna be forced to make some really tough choices that could end up scaring these kids and making her think she's just like these guys. I really hope she's able to come through that and make them see that she's nothing like these guys. I'm praying and hoping for that. And now let's get into these last few people here. Khalil, he obviously is scared of Tobias Whale and wants to do what he can to get out, but it's obviously clear he's too deep in to get out now. And there's no telling now what's going to happen going forward. He right now doesn't still know Jefferson Pierce is Black Lightning or that Jennifer is having powers herself. But I'm sure somewhere down the line he's going to know. And there's no... And man, it's hard to tell what's going to happen. I can already tell this relationship is complicated enough as it is. And just wondering about what's going to happen. Man. But also... Anissa, I'm sure you all have noticed that she's going about this superhero business in a completely different way. She was all being all vigilante at first, and I actually liked her better in season 1 going in that route. But in this one, she's now kind of taking in the celebrity task, and honestly, I don't really know how I feel about that. I mean, of course, the Flash. I mean, the Flash, he has something of like that, but he's not always going around and high-fiving people and stuff like that. But still, well, let's just say that right now her path she's going is not going well with her dad, and they're kind of having a little dysfunction, a strainedness going on in their relationship this season. Let's hope they can work this out, but I also gotta say that Anissa needs to be careful with this whole celebrity business thing, because already, like, it seems that's kind of affected. I mean, it's good that she's gone back into the love life business since in season 1, all she was doing was focusing on her powers, and unfortunately that made her leave out of touch with Grace, who returned in this episode, but she found Anissa with what seems to be the new love interest named Zoe B. Seems to be a celebrity musician girl. When she saw Grace, she was like, oh, there she is, but I'll get to her later. And when she did, Grace was still pretty hurt and everything, saying like, and Anissa was saying her life's been crazy, and Grace is like, so I can see, not knowing that Anissa is a superhero or anything, but even still, yeah, she can I can kind of see what she's saying, how life has been crazy, and she's just now going back into this thing in a crazy sort of direction, where she's not really making a choice on who she wants to be with. It's more like she's exploring herself and seeing who she's going to be and who she wants to be with. So I believe there's a chance we can still have Grace and Thunder's relationship. I would really like us to have that, because I don't really want the whole, like, go a different direction, make a new type of relationship like what they did with Oliver and Felicity, replacing Oliver and Laurel. That was just completely out of it for me. I was like, no, that you guys just screwed that up. That did not want that. I did not want that at all, because I do not like Oliver and Felicity's relationship at all. But who knows? Even if, let's say, they don't make Grace and Thunder happen, I would like to hope that this one can at least still make me appreciate the relationship. And oh yeah, and oh wait, I think I already mentioned Tobias Whale here about how, like, I probably didn't, but if I did, I'll just delete it here. But he said he is going down a super dark path this time. And yeah, with the cyanide gone, he is showing that, yeah, I'm sorry, guys, but I don't have any more heart anymore. Any connections that could lead back to me, I'm getting rid of them, and I'm getting rid of them permanently. And yeah, did he do it ever permanently? He even got rid of this guy who helped to kill Jefferson Pierce's father. Yeah, I know he said he loved him and everything, but no, there's no more love in Tobias's heart. He is just completely dark and completely going down the underworld path to where Freeland could be in trouble. The underworld could go completely out of control, even with him going in there, and things are just gonna bang, especially since he still has that briefcase. And we first found out one thing that he's on the first road to. He's gonna make an army of metahumans. Oh, and this is definitely gonna show you that, yeah, Jefferson Pierce is gonna need a team here soon. It's gonna need to be more than just him and Thunder. It's gonna need to be way more than him and Thunder. That's where we can actually hope that Static Shock may show up sometime down the road. But here's the thing. Looker from the Outsiders comic book is coming in this season, so maybe she could be the first member of this new team for Black Lightning and everything, for them to take on these metahumans that Tobias is going to create. This army of metahumans that are coming into the picture. Heck, maybe even that Windy girl with the air power could join the team eventually, like I said. But we'll find out as the series rolls on. But what would I rate this episode? Easy a 5 out of 5 stars, or lightning bolts in this case, because it was just great. It just did the same thing as season 1, gave us enough. Sure, it was a lot, but they did it in a constructive way to where we're not confused here or thinking they're throwing so much at us. We're able to stay in connection because they are all connected. And this is what's so great about Black Lightning. Not only do they conjunct it in with real world conflicts that go on in this world right now, but they also do it to where it's all connected and you're not going to get confused. So yeah, definitely 5 out of 5. I am loving Black Lightning season 2. And I am just going to keep enjoying more and more of it, no doubt about it. And in either case, let me guys know what you thought of season 2 of season 2's episode. I mean, episode season 2 of season 2. Blah. You guys know what I'm saying. But either case, just leave your comments down below. And if you guys are enjoying my channel here, then all you got to do is click this subscribe button and click that bell icon to be ready to hear more from me. And until then, MegaGeek Mixer is signing out. Bye.